Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. School is back in session. So school is back in session, and I'm gonna tell you what, the beginning of kindergarten is no joke. It's kind of like childbirth, y'all. You forget how hard it is until you have to go through it again. Anyway, the beginning of kindergarten is no joke. I'm exhausted at the end of the day, and the last thing I want to do when I get home is cook and then clean up and all of the stuff. So I thought I would start sharing what I'm doing to make life simpler. And what I'm doing is I'm making ahead meals ready to cook, so when I get home at the end of the day, I can just pop it in the oven, heat it up, and I'm not even gonna have dishes to do. So this week, I'm gonna share with you 3 meals that I am making ahead on the weekend, having it stored in my freezer so that I'm ready to pop it in the oven whenever I need it. And these would be great too, because then I can pack up the leftovers for lunch the next day. If this sounds like a video that's gonna help your life out, make things simpler when life is just busy and crazy, then give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. What are you making ahead this week? For your first make ahead meal, this is what you're gonna need. Some smoked sausage, I chose turkey. 1 chicken breast. I did not have chicken breast, but I have these chicken tenders. This is 4 ounces. This is from my Butcher Box. There is a code in my description box. Butcher Box is amazing. You're gonna need 1 zucchini, 1 squash, 1 red pepper, Worcestershire sauce, red wine vinegar, Italian dressing, and of course an aluminum pan because I'm not gonna be doing dishes. The first thing we're gonna do is chop our veggies. Next, we're gonna chop up our turkey sausage. Now I'm gonna cut up my chicken. It's still slightly frozen, but that's okay because this is gonna be hanging out in the fridge till I'm ready to cook it this week. Next, we're going to use some seasoning, some garlic powder, and salt and pepper. To taste, so I'm going to pour some zesty Italian dressing on, some red wine vinegar, and some Worcestershire sauce. I'm gonna give everything a toss. Now I'm gonna cover with foil. Write instructions on the foil. This will bake at 350 degrees for 40 minutes uncovered, and I labeled it chicken and sausage so I would know what it was. This is gonna hang out in my fridge this week so that I can come home, pop it in the oven, and everything is ready to go. For the next make ahead meal, this is what you're gonna need. I've got some baby spinach, frozen meatballs, I chose the turkey, some teeny tiny tomatoes, mozzarella, Parmesan, some marinara sauce, and some ricotta cheese. Also gonna need an aluminum pan. I got my aluminum pans at the Dollar Tree, 2 pans for $1.25. Oh, and we can't forget 1 egg. The first thing we're gonna do is take our pre-made meatballs and get them in the pan. Next, we're going to pour marinara sauce over our meatballs. I'm gonna stir to make sure all those meatballs are covered in the yummy marinara sauce. I'm gonna spread it out into an even layer. And we're gonna work on our cheese mixture. Next, I'm gonna take a 15-ounce container of ricotta cheese, 1 egg, some Parmesan cheese, just a handful, mozzarella cheese, just a handful, now I'm going to mix this up. I'm gonna season with some black pepper and some Italian seasoning. And give it another stir. Yummy. All right, now I'm gonna take a few leaves of baby spinach. This will wilt down during the cooking process. So I'm gonna add some spinach. You can leave the spinach out if you want. This just adds more nutrition to the dish. Next, I'm going to dollop the ricotta cheese around my meatballs. I'm gonna finish it off with these teeny tiny tomatoes. Just look at this, and this is gonna be waiting on me when I get home one day. You could just eat this as it is, which is probably what I'll do, or you could serve it over noodles. I'm gonna cover with foil. And write my directions. This meal is gonna bake at 350 covered for 30 minutes, and I labeled it meatballs. This is gonna hang out in my fridge and be ready to pop in the oven on a busy day. For our last make-ahead meal, we are going to be needing ground beef. This is from my butcher box. It is so good and it is so high quality. Don't miss out. You can get this down below in the description box. Get a link. Check it out. It's awesome. Some cheddar cheese, some fajita size tortillas. I got the carb balanced chipotle and some enchilada sauce. And of course, your aluminum pan. Who wants to do dishes? Like, for real? This meal is going to be super simple to put together. All I have to do is brown up this ground beef in my skillet, and then it's literally just putting it all together. This video is not sponsored by ButcherBox, but just look at how red this meat is. It is so high quality, and it tastes so good. You really need to check ButcherBox out, and if you click the link down below, I'm sure they're going to have a nice free gift just waiting for you. To my meat, I'm going to add some minced garlic, some minced onion, and of course, salt and pepper. To my ground beef, I'm going to add a little bit of enchilada sauce, probably about half of that can. Let's give it a stir. I might add more, but we're going to start with half a can. Oh, I love enchiladas. I may need to add more, but first I'm going to go ahead and add in half of my cheese. Just let that melt in. Yummy. I think that's pretty good. I'm not going to add any more sauce. That cheese is making it so creamy. I don't want it to be too loose of a sauce. Wow, look at that. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay, so now we're going to build our enchiladas. We're going to take the rest of that can. We're going to put it in our aluminum pan. I did spray it because this might stick. I don't know. We're going to put a little bit on the bottom. Get it all spread all around. Now, let's build some enchiladas. So I have my carb balanced Chipotle tortilla. I'm trying to cut carbs where I can. So I'm gonna put a little scoop like that. We're gonna roll it up and we're gonna place it seam side down. That. Roll it up, seam side down. Just repeat. Next, we're gonna pour our second can of enchilada sauce all over the top of our enchiladas. Now I'm gonna cover the rest with my cheddar cheese. Now I'm gonna cover with foil. I'm gonna bake at 350 for 15 minutes covered. Now this meal will hang out in my fridge until I'm ready to come home, pop it in the oven, easy peasy. All right, so there you have it. Those were 3 meals that I've got stored in my fridge. We're ready to go and we're ready to hit this week running with less stress and less work at the end of a long work day. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you will maybe get some help or some ideas or inspiration from what I have shared today. And I look forward to seeing you in a video again very soon. Bye.